WOAY ABC4 Community Forum, where we talk to community leaders and local success stories about important information that affects all of us here in Southern West Virginia. I'm your host, Brandy Lawrence, and today we're joined by another distinguished guest. Lori McKinney, the co-founder and executive director of Riff Raff Arts Collective, joins us today to talk to us about the upcoming Downtown Countdown New Year's Eve celebration coming to Princeton. Thanks so much for coming back to the forum.
It's always nice to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. It's always great to have you. Princeton is always doing some really cool stuff, and I think this is probably one of the coolest events you all have, the Downtown Countdown on December 31st.
Thank you so much. It's one of my favorite nights of the year, too.
Absolutely. And for the people that are unfamiliar with it, can you tell them what the Downtown Countdown is all about?
Yeah, well, it's a super creative night on the town, and we always aim to make our events fun for the whole family. So it's kind of like a party for the whole family. So grown-ups can definitely have their fun, but there are a whole array of activities for kids and teenagers and everyone in between. So the evening starts off with a new tradition. We're 3 years into now. It's midnight somewhere piñata party. So down on the one end of the block, there's businesses, the Princeton Public Library, the Hatter's Bookshop, Daydream Games, and Jolene's Misty Creations, and all the kids will have access to a variety of crafts, and they make crafts and then they actually place them on this piñata that one of the owners of Daydream Games creates. It's a big giant candy-filled piñata, and then at about 8 o'clock the city of Princeton helps them lower that ball, and the kids do a big countdown, and then they crash the piñata and there's candy everywhere, and that sort of festive celebration then leads into a parade. So all the kids and performers and musicians will then march down to Dick Copeland Town Square and kick off the festivities of the Downtown Countdown. And so from 8:30 to midnight, there's all kinds of music and art and performance and celebration and games that lead into the ball drop and the fireworks at midnight. So from 8:30 to midnight, there's just a whole host of activities kind of like building up to that big moment.
That's awesome. And I'm sure the kids love that piñata even more than a ball drop. Like, I think that they're probably not missing the ball drop at midnight, but that piñata is probably everything.
Oh yeah, and that candy, sometimes I think like maybe we should just add candy to all of the events, and then, because when you look at the Mercer Monster Mash, the Halloween celebration, and how well attended that is, you think maybe it's just candy is the secret.
It seems like it, because I mean, you got the piñata, they're getting candy out of there, and then the parade immediately after, and I'm sure that in the parade procession, there will be people throwing out candy there too.
You know what, we should definitely add that. I hadn't even thought about that part, but we should definitely do that.
No, there's more candy for the kids,
all
so
the candy.
They might stay up till midnight with all that candy.
Good point. That is the fuel. That's the trick.
Awesome. And I see that there's also another thing that we really love about Princeton is that there's so much art and so much talent there, and there's also a lot of street performances there in Downtown Countdown as well.
Yeah, one thing that, thank you so much for appreciating what we do too, and appreciating the events. We have so many wonderful local artists here in Southern West Virginia, and one thing we love to do with these big events is feature local artists and then bring in performers from around the region. So Downtown Countdown features a lot of singer-songwriters from right here, and bands and musicians, but then folks are coming from Asheville and the upper part of the state of West Virginia and just all around. And the ice sculptor, Aaron Kostick, one of my favorite features, is spectacular giant ice carvings. And this year he'll be carving Father Time, which I'm really excited about that. And he's coming from Ohio. And then we have the Fluidity Performance Troupe, and their aerial acrobatics and the Cirque style performances, and they always have surprises up their sleeves. They try to just build each year and make something new and spectacular that we haven't seen before. But watching them perform on the aerial silks in particular is just inspiring. It makes you think, this new year I am going to finally do some sit-ups and build some core strength. So I wonder if I could even hold myself up on that aerial, but it's definitely a sight to see, and inspiring. The artistry of it all is a sight to behold, and I think it just makes for sort of a really unique, extraordinary moment, and making memories with those things you just don't see every day.
Definitely. I was going to say the same thing. These are things that you don't see every day, and so this is like an awesome opportunity to not only showcase that local talent, but to really just put on a show for the local community and show them things that we don't see every day, because the circus doesn't come often. We don't get to see like aerial performances and tilt walkers and things like that all the time. So I think it's really awesome and a really great treat and an awesome way to kick off the new year.
Thank you. Yeah, and it's interesting the level of skill on some of these performers that we're bringing in with the Fluidity Performance Troupe and then the ice sculptors. We have a lot of local performers too that, and the dance studios now around town are increasingly working with the aerials and the silks and stuff. So the hope is that, the artists around here can also just be inspired and make connections and look at maybe leveling up their skills or just forming collaborations or partnerships with the artists that are coming to visit.
Yeah, so maybe we'll see some more of that around the area too. So that'll be really a cool thing to see as well. And I know most people they were hoping for a white Christmas. It's looking like it's going to be more of a wet Christmas and maybe like even a wet New Year too. So, but I see that the Downtown Countdown has it covered because you all have some indoor spaces that people can go to sort of get out of the cold if they're feeling chilly.
Yeah, thanks for saying. The majority of the event happens indoors, and there are all these cozy indoor venues, and something we're pretty excited about. We just actually were able to announce that the entire event and all of the live music venues are all access, all free this year. In the past, we've had a ticket to get you into the 5 featured venues, but everyone is welcome to come and enjoy all the venues without a ticket. There's the room upstairs, which is just a very cozy living room style theater. There's Stages Music School, which is like a very large concert hall, and the back room of the Dream Bean is a very cozy, vibey coffee house space. And the Number 9 Brewing Company is definitely just a very nice pub atmosphere. And then the listening room is just a smaller venue. But within those spaces, there's spectacular music. Aristotle Jones and his amazing Appalachian Soul Band is playing in the room upstairs. Melissa McKinney, who happens to be my sister, an incredible band, and also my niece and her band will be playing in Stages Music School, which they're the founders of. A fantastic singer-songwriter Emma Shirey and Taryn Trey, who actually I met through Cabria James, who's from this neck of the woods, and her poetry will be featured within the Dream Bean as well. It's just a very nice, cozy coffee house atmosphere. And then Holy River, coming from Richmond, Virginia. It's a beautiful music, sort of hard to describe, ethereal. She uses the harmonium, he plays a kick drum, and it's just a really different. And I think you might want to just, if you're interested in what I'm saying, you might want to just look up the music of Holy River and think about catching their performance in the listening room.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you all have not been to the Mercer Street Grassroots District, this is really something to see. When we went and did the one tank trip there and we all went through all the different places, Riff Raff Arts Collective, the room upstairs, I don't know if it was the Dream Bean quite yet, but you still showed us the space in the back where we do poetry and things and such. It's so nice, and it's such you could feel that it's a tight-knit community, but a very creative community, and you just leave feeling really inspired to create yourself. So
that makes me so happy to hear. Yeah, and there's so many wonderful businesses within the district. Like you mentioned, creativity, and Hammer and Stain is a do-it-yourself. It used to be just a woodworking shop, and now it's so much more. They do glass blowing and all kinds of projects, that anything you can imagine, they created Hammer and Stain. So you can go in and do a project there and get really crafty. And then, of course, Jimmy's Restaurant is a mainstay, really gifted with the food, and the brewery also has really great food, and of course, the drinks. We had a new pottery shop open on the block, too. It's called Mad Mud Studios, and she actually teaches clay and ceramics, so you can actually learn to throw pots and everything that's involved in just creating pottery. And the bookstore, the Hatter's Bookshop, is one of my favorite places to visit. What's interesting about these shops, like Daydream Games also, and the Holler Contemporary Appalachian Art Gallery, people travel to come to these businesses because of their unique offerings. And then when people are able to walk from one shop to the next, it does kind of create this synergy and this sort of vibe of this really creative downtown. And people that come to visit from out of state or maybe from a bigger city, they're surprised to find this like density of creative businesses that exists in this few block stretch. We're pretty fortunate to be a part of it.
Absolutely. And it just feels so cool to just, like you said, walk down the street and, be able to see all these different shops and all these different offerings and just do different things. Even the alley with all the artwork down it. Like even that itself is an experience. And if people love to, take pictures and selfies, I feel like that's a great another great avenue to be down.
Good point.
Yeah, just a lot of, I mean, it's aesthetically pleasing, but it's also offering something for people to do, a creative outlet of such.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I hadn't even thought when you come to visit the Downtown Countdown, all of the murals, and a lot of them are set up for photographing. I know a lot of people like to do the Instagram shots, and we have a really great new wings that were recently mounted. There's an amazing artist that lived here for a period of time. His name is Harrison Lance Crawford, and his wings are tropical bird wings, and they're just like so beautiful and fun to take pictures in front of. And there's a brand new 60-foot mural on the side of the Riff Raff that kind of tells the story of the creative energy that has been building over the past couple of decades, and it's so big and so long, and it's just fun to stand in front of it. But yeah, you could kind of just make a fun part of your night just wandering around and checking out the murals. We do have a scavenger hunt that's part of the event. So this looks like a little bingo card, and it encourages you to find all the different sort of aspects of the events, like find a fire dancer, find a musician, find somebody drinking a cup of coffee, and then you check off the different little boxes and take selfies with it, and then come and claim a really fun pair of Happy New Year glasses.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And super interactive, and like you're giving people more opportunities to make memories, because now they have these pictures of like all this fun stuff that they did. Oh, remember we did the scavenger hunt? You got a full like set of pictures from the night, and great stories to tell and great memories to have.
Yeah, you really hit the nail on the head there. We want people to be able to make memories, and I think just more than ever, life is so challenging, you know, and everybody is going through so much, and just the opportunity to have a joyful experience with even if you're just on your own, or meeting new people, or you're there with friends or family, just the opportunity to make some joyful memories.
Absolutely. And I feel it's also a great opportunity to get out and get to know people, especially if you're new to the area, or you just want to go see what Princeton's all about. That's a great way to meet people, local artists, other, just residents in the area, and build that community up even further. Because, I mean, you all have a full list of things going on and fun things to do so people can connect.
Yeah, thank you. And that's another great point, is that if you feel like, oh, I don't know who I would go with, or maybe, you're new to the area and you want to meet people, we'd love for you to just come and join us, and we can plug you in, introduce you, and if you want to even come and just participate with the team and be a part of, the setup or any part of the event, you're welcome to join us. You can reach out and we'd be happy to get you connected.
Absolutely. Thanks so much. And we're about to go on to our first break, but before we go, do you mind giving the contact information so they know where to find all this great stuff?
Yeah. Online, you can go to downtowncountdown.org. You can find the Riff Raff Arts Collective and the event page on Facebook and Instagram. And you're welcome also to just reach out directly at our phone number at the Riff Raff, which is 304-425-6425.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Lori. And thank you guys for joining us for the first half of Community Forum. Make sure you tune in for the next half. We're going to talk more about the Downtown Countdown and how you can get involved. Welcome back to Sunday Community Forum. I'm here with co-founder and executive director of the Riff Raff Arts Collective, Lori McKinney, and we're talking about the upcoming Downtown Countdown coming to Princeton on December 31st. Now, once again, to recap, it kicks off at 8.
The main festivities kick off at 8:30, and then the early bird activities start at 6.
Early festivities start at 6, and then the actual ball drop will be at midnight.
Yeah, right at midnight.
Awesome. And such an event like this, all of these events and all these people being involved, I know that it takes a lot of partnerships and it takes a village. So if people out there are listening right now and they're like, hey, maybe we want to be involved in it, maybe we would like to become a community partner or a sponsor, how can they get involved? And who are some of your community partners and sponsors this year?
Yeah, I really appreciate anyone that wants to be involved and reach out. I'd love to just share a conversation, especially even if you're just curious about how we do it, or in your community you'd like to do something similar. I'd love to talk to anyone that's interested. And yeah, anyone that would love to jump in and contribute, we're always very appreciative of that, whether they're a donor or a sponsor or a volunteer. volunteer, and there's plenty of ways to plug in, and we'd love to introduce you. You're welcome to just shout out to us on our Facebook page or give us a call, and we're just happy to share a conversation. And we do have wonderful community partners. And speaking of the village, I did want to mention that when it comes to the ball drop, every year we do an honorary button pusher, and it's always just sort of like the excitement of the year, and people that are just sort of stepping out in important ways or contributing to the community in a variety of ways. But this year, Princeton has had a very exciting moment in time. For the first time in history, our Princeton Senior High School football team won the state championship. Just gave me chill bumps saying it out loud. Just such a wonderful moment for our community, and we're so proud of them. And we've invited the coaches and the team to be the honorary button pushers to start that clock into midnight, because this is definitely their moment. This is their year, and so we just want to continue to honor them for that accomplishment. So we're pretty excited about that. It's always nice to probably some new families that haven't been to the event before, so we're excited to share the experience with them. One of the most beautiful parts about the event is the way that the community comes together, and working with the Princeton Fire Department on this event is always exciting. They lower the ball, and it was created by an artist, and over a decade ago, a group of volunteers that was getting together at the time when our renaissance of our downtown was just beginning, and everyone was so excited to come together and create the Downtown Countdown. And an artist named Stephanie designed the ball, and a bunch of volunteers sewed CDs onto it like sequins, and so the ball is covered with CDs, which is pretty cool because Princeton, so much music in our town, and it's kind of a defining feature of our downtown with the music. So the fire department hoists that ball up on their fire truck and lowers it, and so the whole evening we're just sort of working with the fire department to put the event on, and something just very special about that. Then of course the police department and the public works department that does so much just year-round for us, but during the events they really shine, and the way we all kind of come together on the logistical side of things. And of course all of the sponsors like WVU Medicine and Princeton Community Hospital is tried and true. Sponsors like Ramey Toyota and Xfinity, and a whole host of advertisers that place ads in our programs, and just some wonderful sponsors. And they're all listed on our website if you're curious to see who's throwing down on this event.
Absolutely, and shout out to all of them, and the Princeton Tigers as well. That was a big feat. I know there's a lot of excitement surrounding that as well, so that'll be really awesome to have them be honored during, the Downtown Countdown. And I'm sure even more exciting for the city, just more exhilaration, excitement. You said you have goosebumps. I'm sure that'll be another thrilling event for everybody.
I believe so. It's so special. I remember back when I was in high school and I was a senior there, and our thing was we believe we belong, because we were always the underdogs. And south of Charleston, I know a lot of people in southern West Virginia just underestimated, and in Princeton the Tiger football team, just to have them share in that moment, it's really beautiful. So looking forward to that.
Absolutely, and congratulations to you guys again. It was a really great win. And I see that also this year there will be a wish tree.
Oh yes, so there's so many wonderful artists in our communities, and one of them is Isaac Preston, and he creates wire trees out of recycled materials. He'll take computers or televisions apart and shape wire in all these really unique ways, and he loves to share with other people how to create those wire trees. And a few years back, he created a spectacular, gigantic tree. It's a wishing tree, and so he'll be there hosting it this year. I'm encouraging everybody to just consider what they'd like to call in this new year in 2026 and write your wishes and hang them on the tree. So that's always like a really sweet thing. It'll be right in front of Stages Music School.
So cool and so creative too. It's not something that you would think of every day, like wires or certain things. Like I've seen the copper jewelry has been like a big thing this year too, and just seeing how people get creative with different things. I'm sure the wish tree would be something really awesome, and something even more to help you with your New Year's resolutions or your vision board or your mood board. Just another extra votive manifestation.
Absolutely. I feel like it's such a profound time to just consider letting go and releasing and bringing in the new and all of the hope that represents. And so as much as this event is a party, it's also just a time for reflection, and I hope to create that sort of special moments of reflection to really get introspective and think about what you're looking to bring in and let go of.
Definitely. It's cool. It's like kind of like the Downtown Countdown is like a portal. It's kind of getting you onto new beginnings. So consider that. It's something that you would love to enjoy. I think it's a really awesome opportunity for people to get out and enjoy it, but not feel pressured to like throw a big party or go to like a big raging party. Like this is an opportunity for you to just go to a city, a neighborhood, a community, and just enjoy different things and enjoy the community. So I think that's really awesome. And one of my favorite things to talk about, food. And there will be some great food there as well. Jimmy's will be open.
Yes, Jimmy's restaurant has such great food, and they always do really fun New Year's specials, and he'll be open up until right before we're getting ready for the ball drop. And then the brewery's got great food too. And then you've got up and down the street, of course, the Dream Bean has fun pastries and beverages, and there's also Danny's Bar that is right there within the stretch. And of course, if you're looking for that kind of evening, you can also, there's great cocktails and a variety of drinks at Danny's Bar. And the food trucks, Hidalgo's Kitchen, just fresh, authentic Mexican food. That family is so wonderful. It's the family that has Campestre, and that's one of my favorite restaurants in the whole area. And then there's Lulu's. Let's see here, Lulu's Little Orbits, or mini, I can't remember exactly what their name is. It's got Lulu and mini Orbits. Donuts. delicious donuts. And we met them at Mountain Music Festival. They have those wonderful buckets of donuts that everybody craves and it really goes crazy over. So excited to have them back for, I think it's like the 4th year they've done the countdown with us.
Wow. And I love it. It's one of my favorite things about any event is the food. And it sounds like you guys are going to have a great lineup. We also have, we had the kids crafts that we talked about. We had the piñata to start off. Then we'll have kids crafts, down throughout the way. We also have live music. We talked about that too. Ice sculptors, fire dancers, and the CERT performers. So there's something for everybody all over the place.
Yeah, I think one more thing that I could tell you about is the gaming trailer. So we always try to make enough activities so that whatever age you are, you can find something that is really your thing. And the gaming trailer is a temperature controlled, just like a big bus. And inside there's a variety of games. And people really enjoy just sitting there and gaming together. So there's games on the outside too, the more movement style games, and then also inside. So you can just enjoy that with your kids or just the teenagers. I think a lot of them just kind of run in packs and go to the gaming trailer. There's the scavenger hunt also. So there's a lot of ways to just sort of, I think, explore. And a big part of it is just like all around you. There's sights and sounds and things to Instagram pictures with. And so yeah, definitely just a time to take in the sights and sounds and pick up adventures and games along the way.
Absolutely. And even if you're more into like tabletop games, there's also daydream games there too.
Yeah, there's daydream games, and then that whole piñata drop that happens on that end of the block is such a sweet experience. And the owners of Daydream Games, the piñata is really spectacular. It's gigantic and filled with so much candy. But throughout the year too, that stretch of the block is very creative. You've got the 80s toy store, and then the Emporium, which is a hobby shop, and they have remote control race cars and tracks upstairs and downstairs. They won't be there on New Year's Eve, but throughout the rest of the year, I definitely encourage you to check out the Emporium. It's another spectacular shop that is just like, you can't believe that it's there, and people travel from all over to come and race these RC cars, and they have planes and helicopters and also Lionel trains, so like the biggest Lionel train dealer in this area. So it's just kind of extraordinary.
Yeah, definitely. We did get to go there too for one take trip, and that was really cool too. And I know that trains, model trains and things like that, that's a big hobby for a lot of people. So that's definitely something to see. Fortunately, they will not be open on Downtown Countdown, but you go see them another day, please. And also the 80s toy store, as you mentioned as well. I know vintage is making a real comeback, so that's also something really great to see. So we got about a minute or so before we give you guys a sneak peek of what we can expect from the Downtown Countdown. But before we go on to that, what do you hope that this year's Downtown Countdown brings to the city of Princeton and, just Southern West Virginia in general?
Yeah, I hope that the moment of togetherness that we all feel when we're gathered to ring in the new year and just making special memories together. And I'm excited to make this all access, all free this year and moving forward. So I hope more people will find out about it and more people will decide to come down and share in the experience and just make this a cornerstone tradition as a part of your holiday season, something that you look forward to year after year. And as far as for the rest of the area, I do hope that it inspires other communities to think about what's possible, and happy to share the model if anybody else is interested in replicating this kind of activity in their community.
Absolutely. And they are very, very active online on Facebook and on downtowncountdown.org as well. So if you missed any of the event details throughout the community forum, make sure you go to downtowncountdown.org to get those event details, or get in touch with Lori at the Riff Raff Arts Collective if you have any questions about different things. But otherwise, once again, the Downtown Countdown begins at 6. That's for the early birds. The piñata at 8. And then the ball will drop at midnight, bringing in 2026. Yes. Correct?
Yes, that's
all right. I
right.
want to make sure I got it right. Okay. Thanks so much for joining us for Forum this week, Lori. It's always great talking to you about all the cool stuff going on at the Mercer Street Grassroots District. Once again, put the Downtown Countdown for December 31st on your calendar if you're looking for a great New Year's activity. Until then, you guys have a great Sunday, a great New Year, and until then, I will see you next Sunday for 2026.
Looking for a way to ring in the new year? Something fun and exciting, something different. If you love live music, if you want to wander, explore, laugh, eat well, and make memories with your people, come spend New Year's Eve with us in the Mercer Street Grassroots District in Princeton, West Virginia, recently named Best Town for the Arts by West Virginia Living Magazine. Play games, make things, take in the color and energy, explore our colorful shops and creative spaces, get crafty. Enjoy delicious food and drinks from our local businesses and some seriously good food trucks. Let the night unfold as you wander. We kick things off early for families and kids. Starting at 6 p.m., make festive crafts at local businesses and Princeton Public Library. Then gather for a very special piñata drop, an early bird countdown. Then march with us in a joyful parade to officially launch the Downtown Countdown. As the evening unfolds, get cozy inside one of 7 live music venues. Sink into meditative sounds of Holy River and the Listening Room. Settle into warm coffeehouse vibes with Emma Shirey and Taryn Trey at the Dream Team. Get soulful with Aristotle Jones and his amazing Appalachian Soul Band at the Room Upstairs. Feel the generations of roots rock with Melissa and McKinney at Stages Music School. Raise a glass to lively Celtic sounds at Number 9 Brewing Company. Take in folk sounds of Tim and Maggie at